Hi guys, happy Sunday, fun day, woo-hoo. Oh my God, I have had quite the weekend. And you might be wondering why I am wearing gloves. It's because I'm trying to protect my natural nails. I went to this nail shop and I was like, I want my acrylic nails taken off. They were like super nice and funny in the nail shop I went to. It was one that was close to my house and not the one I usually go to. I go through these cycles of like wanting fake nails and then wanting my natural nails. And it's very eye-opening to how I'm feeling, because like acrylic nails, they put them on top of your natural nails and it feels great. It looks beautiful when you have them, but it starts to feel like yucky after a while to me. And I go through different cycles and seasons of like wanting different things and different styles. But, you know, when I have acrylic nails, I'm kind of going through like some type of, I don't notice it in the moment, but I'm typically going through like some type of like toxic bad bitch phase. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the Olivia Pope look, which is more like my true style. And I don't know, I just like felt like I'm in a big city, so you gotta go big to get noticed. But honestly, like, I love my natural nails. They're very brittle right now, so I'm wearing gloves to protect them. But I love it. I've been putting like fish oil on them, olive oil. Only had them for 2 days, and I used the OPI nail strengthener, and they look amazing so far. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I got the acrylics because they allowed my like real nails to grow. Yeah, what is that? I don't know. They allowed my like real nails to grow. Ew. I'm kind of glad I got the acrylics because they allowed my real nails to grow. And yeah, that was just like, I'll take the gloves off right now because I'm not doing anything. I do a lot with my hands, like different stuff, obviously. But yeah, you guys, it's been a fun weekend. It's been a fun weekend, and like I feel like every weekend I level up. I go through like a metamorphosis, because that's when I actually have time to do the things I love, to work on myself, and just like take some time to just get in touch with my body and really be like, okay, how do you feel? What do you need to do? What do you want to do? What's best for you? What are you avoiding? Different things like that. But yeah. I got this kale kiwi apple smoothie. It's really good, but the apple overpowers it. So yeah. But to be honest with you guys, like, I'm gonna be BFFR. I've been cussing a lot on here. I am not a cursor, but I'm just trying to portray to you guys the strong emotions I feel. Speaking of emotions, I have a lot of them. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I am more highly sensitive than the average person. So I have to take a lot of time and space to process these emotions of mine. And I was about to call it excess emotions, but who knows if it's excess or just natural to me, or maybe other people have a lack of emotions, being that we live in a society that doesn't really value emotions. Makes sense. I mean, it's best to be logical most times and balance it out with how you feel. But yeah, I've been processing these emotions of mine, and it's really interesting. Like, I cried a lot this weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna be real. I cried a lot this weekend. Sometimes when I cry, I fully feel my emotions, and fully feeling of my emotions allows me to cry. But a lot of times I can't pinpoint the exact reason that's causing the underlying pain or sadness. Now, I know what triggered it. It's usually some type of relationship issue with the opposite sex. That's why I love men, because men trigger me to become better. So I know it has nothing to do with the guy, but he was just like the trigger, the one who was kind of used as a trigger to help me see what's going on inside. And so I got a random phone call from this guy, and he was saying things I really did not want to hear. Like, it's nothing like, it's nothing about him. But, you know, if I'm already a highly sensitive person and an emotional person, and if somebody calls me and tells me something I don't want to hear, like, that's gonna like offset something I was like sad about before, or did not realize I was sad about before. This is why I love the opposite sex, because they often like trigger me, and they make me take a deeper look within myself to see what's going on inside, like what caused all of these emotions. And I'm proud of myself for being able to be self-aware and patient and be able to feel the emotions that's going on inside of me, because on the other hand, some people will just focus all the energy on the person who they're talking to, and they'll be like, oh my God, it's all your fault, you MF, blah, 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 I hate you, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I took the time to breathe in, pause, let it out, and really like feel what's going on inside of me. Be like, oh my gosh, like I feel some type of way. Why am I feeling this way? What caused this? Okay, he told me this, and then that like triggered something inside of me, and like, what's going on here? And then sometimes I get so like exhausted and overwhelmed, I'll just go straight to sleep. And then when I wake up, I'm able to process the emotions. It depends on what happened. Some things I just find like overwhelming. Some things I can deal with right then and there and communicate them. Other times I'm like, this is overwhelming for me. I need a time to process this. I'm going to recharge my batteries, go take a nap. And when I wake up, I'll be able to deal with this better. So that's the way I process my emotions. And during the work week, you know, we are usually typically working on someone else's dream in our 9 to 5. So we don't really have the time to process our emotions. But on the weekend, we can. So after processing my emotions, I realized what was going on there, and it was kind of reiterating what I said in my last video about wanting these desires and then not seeing these desires in my reality. But I realized that I have to go through certain triggers before I can see what I want to appear in my reality. So these triggers kind of like are able to like move out the gunk that's old, that I haven't processed, to be able to manifest my desired reality. So this is why I love dating. This is why I love men. They are free therapy, you guys. Like, I see these big gender wars happening online. Every time I go on TikTok, every time I go on Instagram, it's like men making a podcast bashing women making a podcast bashing men. I'm like, you guys, we cannot live without each other. We need each other. I have so much love for the opposite sex because I know that I have experienced such deep and profound love, protection, and provisions from the opposite sex that I will always respect men, healthy, masculine men. And I love myself enough to not get involved with unhealthy masculine men. So yeah, we need each other. I know there's probably like this agenda out here to pit men and women against each other, but that is really, really bad because we can't do nothing without each other. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like dating isn't all sunshine and rainbows. We know this. We know it's hard. We know you're gonna like run into obstacles and this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, and you're gonna get upset. But if you use the energy correctly, I feel like men are always subconsciously somewhat healthy men, medium healthy men to healthy men. They are always subconsciously telling women who we are. They are always subconsciously trying to like push us to be our best self, whether we realize it or not. Sometimes they're telling us to, I'm not healthy, leave me alone. I want to take advantage of you 100% and that's it. Boom, he told you right there, get away from me. Sometimes they're telling you like, you are better than this in a roundabout way, not directly though. So I've learned to kind of like decode what the opposite sex is trying to say. Like even in their insults, like even when I'm insulted by the opposite sex, I think about like, oh wow, what made him say that? And sometimes you gotta flip it around and put it down and reverse it to figure out what that meant. Why is this man in your life? What is he trying to teach you? What did he trigger within you to be able to feel that emotion and then realize how this can be transmuted to help you like attract something that you really need? And I'm like, oh my God, this is way better than therapy. You know, I went to BetterHelp and I saw like $80, $90 and I was like, bye. I could just like date, get triggered, feel my emotions, deal with it, journal, meditate, yoga, write it out, and then attract better. Let go of the old, bring in the new, breathe it on out, cry, cry, cry. I cried a lot, y'all. I cried a lot, but I always cry a lot. Like I am naturally sensitive. I'm very emotional, but my brother is the same way too. I think we got that from like our dads. So my brother's the same way too, but he doesn't have like those healthy coping methods that I have acquired. And so acquiring these really is like life-changing. And I can tell you guys how to do it, go into detail about the things I do, because I do really specific things to process my emotions. And honestly, these emotions that I'm feeling, part of it is what I was saying in my last video about not seeing what I really desire deep down in the depths of my soul in my reality, okay? Like, yeah, that makes me sad, but I'm not that sad about it because I know it is coming. It is on the way to me. It's just a matter of time, and that I need to be patient, and that I still have things to process in order for that manifestation to come in. But honestly, a lot of this is generational trauma. That is not even my fault. This is stuff that my mom or grandmother, this is stuff that like my mom was feeling while I was in her womb. This is something maybe my grandmother went through. This is something maybe, I don't know, people from 10 generations ago swept under the rug and never processed. But I feel like that's why I was crying like so much. And it wasn't just like, it was like, like it was like gasping for air type of crying. And I love when I cry like that because it feels so amazing after. I feel like I up level 10 levels. Like I quantum leap like a ping pong. And even though I don't know, I can't pinpoint where this hurt is coming from. All I know is that it's not mine personally, because I know myself. I know what makes me sad, and I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty tough, but I am very sensitive at the same time, and I know how to deal with my own stuff. But when it's like loads and loads of generational trauma that nobody wanted to deal with, then I'm here picking up the pieces of this. And I think what triggered it was like the ancestral sadness and pain that women have felt from getting involved with certain type of men who did not nourish them in a way they deserved to be nourished or needed to be nourished. And what offsets it is when a toxic masculine comes in my life looking to take. Like I get pissed, but I'm not the only one that gets pissed at that. Like my whole generational lineage is like, you need to run. Like you need to run. Sometimes they're like, you need to fight, you need to tell him off, you need to tell him this, that, get him the hell away from you, because we're not going through that shit again, you know? So I think that's what really set it off. And I saw a picture of my grandma and my grandpa, and I could see like a certain type of relationship playing out there, where you have the overly submissive type of docile woman, doesn't really stand up for herself, poor boundaries. And then you have like this overpowering type of masculine who is just like kind of cold-hearted and his way or the highway, controlling issues. Yeah, you know, everybody knows that type of relationship. So like when that comes to me, like I shut it down. But when it doesn't stop, like when you get someone that's like persistent and they keep trying to come, like that's when it gets like, it gets chaotic, because it's not only me that's getting mad. It's like, you know, everybody getting mad. And so it can get kind of dangerous at some point. And, you know, I have the power to choose what I want to do with these emotions. You know, I can be very destructive about this, and, you know, this toxic pattern has been going on for too long. And like the women are so sick and angry of it. Like the anger and rage is out of this world. And so I'm kind of like the middle person here. I'm like, you know, I can go this way or that way with these emotions, depending on what I want to do and how this person, you know, how bad they are reacting or trying to harm me. Maybe they're trying to harm me. Maybe they're just being themselves. I don't know. But look, you know, my ancestors are like whispering in my ear, like, take his ego out, shove it on the ground, and stomp on it. And then I'm just like, oh no, I'll just block his number. That might not work though. So yeah, it's a lot going on over here, you know. And I don't know if a lot of women are this in tune to their past ancestors and the generations before them, and if they're able to communicate with them in like subtle ways through their intuition and their body. But I am, and I think I might be the only one in my family like this. And I don't talk about it much because it sounds kind of like woo-woo crazy, and like I don't really want to go into detail about it because sometimes I don't even have the answers for the explanation of how they communicate with me. Like I just like know. I just know some things, and I can't really explain how I know them. And so like this pain that I'm feeling, and the reason I, you know, cried a lot, it's to get rid of, you know, a lot of people are saying like, you know, the world is becoming more matriarchal. And so, you know, I feel like the women in my family and my lineages are, they're like crying with me to kind of like get rid of this past trauma that's been in so many women's womb, to be able to bring forth some space and better energy into the world, and just so like the future generations don't have to suffer as much, because we're all dealing with the bullshit that somebody else didn't want to deal with. Yeah, and it's fine. Nobody's perfect. I forgive everyone. I say let them be loved, let them be happy, let them be joyous. I forgive everyone. I don't hold nothing against anyone. This is all for the highest good. And I mean, all I can do is work towards being my best self and calling in better and letting go of the old. So yeah, this has been, I mean, I did do some fun things this weekend, like go out to parks, and I tried White Rock. I went to White Rock Lake. I did not like it. It was really like dirty. And I just preferred like going to a more like secluded park. And the sun was like beaming out there, y'all. Like White Rock is for like real outdoorsy people. I'm like a medium outdoorsy person. Like if I have the shade, a nice waterfall, cleanliness, I can do it. But I'm not just like shirt off or a bra and shorts out there in the sun, like getting wet in the river. No. But yeah, I did do some fun things, like went shopping, went to what was it called? I think Addison. Yeah. But you know, I can't always be out like I want to. I have to have time to process my emotions, and it's good for my mind, body, and soul, and everything like that. So yeah, I'm working on getting rid, not getting rid of, but like communicating in a healthy way of, this isn't working out for me, this isn't working out for you. I think we should stop communicating with each other and release each other to find better. So that's what I need to communicate to the person who caused me to realize my triggers. And yeah, so yeah, you ladies, like, I know I'm not the only one with all of these emotions out there. I know I'm not the only sensitive who cries and cries and cries and then comes out like a new mermaid emerging from the crystal blue waters. Get in touch with me if you can relate to this. And I think I'm gonna like be more honest. I have a lot more to say. Be more honest about the particular things I do to kind of baby myself when I'm going through emotional pain and hurts that I'm trying to process. So yeah, that's what Sundays are for. Self-care, not only for your looks, not only for facial, not only for pedicures, but also to process your emotions that you don't have time to during the busy work week. I love the way this ring looks on my finger. I can't wait to get one on my left hand. But you know, everything in time, you know what I'm saying? No rush. I'm just working on enjoying the present moment and focusing all my energy on me. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Yes, now I have been meditating a lot and just working on getting more into my body, into my feminine energy. I think amazing things happen when that happens. I feel like my energy is more masculine dominant, and I think it's because of the environment I was raised in, the household and the people I was around growing up. And I often wonder, like, if I had a parent who knew about feminine energy and how to like cultivate it and rest in it, would I be a different person? Like, would I be more calmer? Would I have less anxiety? Would I be able to process my emotions sooner than later? Who knows? But like I said, I don't hold anything against the past. I'm naturally curious, and I just want to work on being the best version of myself and work with what I have. I am so thankful for the hand and the cards that I have been dealt in this life. So thankful. I escaped so many statistics. Like, I could have been so many different people. I could have been a baby mama. I could have been in jail for something. I could have been like who knows? But, you know, I always stayed true to who I was, and I have like this beautiful manifestations of so thankful to have food on the table and this beautiful apartment and my dog and my family and my car, and just cultivating beautiful skin and hair and nails and beautiful outfit and everything. And I'm just so thankful for that. And I want to talk to you guys about, you know, how to just be more generally healthy overall, not just on how to process emotions, about eating healthy and saying how to talk to yourself, and what do I say in the mirror when I wake up every morning? How do I wake up every morning? Different things like that. So stay tuned and we'll chat more. Bye.